Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this tutorial on FET software for generating a timetable for your institute, college, school or university. Today we will be discussing the complexities of creating a timetable manually and how FET software can help us in this regard. Creating a timetable manually can be a time-consuming and tedious task, especially when dealing with multiple classes, subjects and teachers. There are several factors that need to be taken into consideration, such as the availability of teachers, class sizes and other scheduling constraints. This is where FET software comes in. It is an innovative solution that automates the process of generating a timetable for your institute. The software uses algorithms to take into account all the scheduling constraints and generate a timetable that meets all the requirements. One of the key features of FET software is its user-friendly interface. You can easily input all the necessary information such as class schedules, teacher availability and class sizes, and also the software will generate a timetable for you in just a few minutes. This saves your hours of manual work and helps you avoid errors and inconsistencies that can arise when creating a timetable manually. Another advantage of using FET software is that it allows you to make changes to the timetable easily. If a teacher's availability changes or if you need to reschedule a class, you can simply make the necessary changes in the software and the timetable will be updated automatically. Also, this software avoids clashes between classes and teachers. In conclusion, FET software is a highly efficient and reliable solution for generating a timetable for your institute. It eliminates the complexities and time-consuming task of creating a timetable manually and provides a user-friendly interface that makes it easy to input and manage information. So let's begin our today's tutorial. So this is the whole data in Excel format that we will be required for this FET software. Here I have written the institute name. These are two semesters. You can call them first year or second year, or you may have other years like you have third year, fourth year, fifth year, etc. in your institute. But mostly we have semester 1 and semester 2 in our institutes, or in colleges, for example, you have first year and second year, or you can also call them batch 1 and batch 2, batch 3, etc. But for the current timetable, I will take semester 1 and semester 2. You may have disciplines, or you can call them groups, or you can call them departments. For example, I have taken these four disciplines as an example. In first semester, we will have BSN in nutrition department, Allied Health Sciences Department and DPT Department. And I have written 111 with each of them to represent that these are batch 1s or semester 1 disciplines or departments. The same departments are also for the second semester or batch 2. Here I have typed 2 with each of them so that I can easily recognize that these departments belong to semester 2. Next, you will require teacher names. So these are the teacher names for my timetable that I will need, and these yellow highlighted teacher names have some constraints. For example, Hussein wants that all of his classes should be wound up in 3 days. Mujahid also wants to come only for 3 days to the institute. Similarly, Ibrahim wants to come to the institute for 3 days only. Munir can come for 4 days. Other people can come any day to the institute. These are the subjects that will be taught in the disciplines. Here I have arranged this data. These are the subjects. These are the departments. Here these are the subjects. These are teacher names and the credit hours. Here this means that Hussein, teacher name, Hussein will be teaching 3 credit hours or 3 classes per week of anatomy for BSN 1. And same teacher will be teaching 3 credit hours or you can say 3 hours per week to BSN 2. And then this is Roshan, the second teacher. This teacher will be teaching anatomy to the nutrition department batch 2 and his classes will be 2 per week. With Allied Health Sciences batch 1, the same course will be taught by the same teacher, but the number of classes per week will be 3. So these are different teachers and their credit hours for each of the discipline they will be teaching. Other data we will be requiring is the number of days and number of hours per day. So we will be teaching 5 days in our institute from Monday to Friday, and the hours will be 5: 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 11:30, 11:30 to 12:30, 12:30 to 1:30. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And these green shaded and crossed cells means that this is the break time, and so we will end our classes on Friday at 11 o'clock. That's why I have crossed all of the cells over here. So this is all the data that we will require for this FET software. So now let's open the software and see how can we generate the timetable with this software. So this is the whole interface of the software. First of all, you will go to File. From File, you will click New and then select Official and click OK. Then you will have to go to Settings and then set your output directory. I usually set output directory on the desktop, so I will select desktop and then I will create a new folder with the name Timetable. So I will select this and then click select folder. So our output folder is selected now. Now click save file and save, and then I'll go to the desktop again and save this thing on the desktop. So it's saved. Now let's input our data. Then you go to data. Here click on basic, institute name and then institute name. For example, it could be KMU IHS Quorum, KMU IBMS, and then click OK. Then click basic again, days and hours, then days per week. So days per week. This is default 5 days. So if you look at our Excel sheet, we will make a timetable for 5 days only. So click OK. Then again on basic and then hours per day. So they have put many hours. I will reduce it to 5. Okay, 5. So we have first class from 9 to 10. Double click this and 9 to 10. You can type like this, 9 to 10. And then you have like 10 to 11. And then if you look at here, from 11 to 11:30 we have break. So from here we will select 11 to 11:30. So this is a break time. And then from 11:30 till 12:30 we will have another class, and from 12:30 to 1:30 I will put 01:30 we will have another class. Click OK. Basic data is now inputted. Now you will write subject names. Click on the subject. Here you will have to click add and then type the subject names. So I will go to my subject names. These are my subject names. I will type each of them one by one. First I will type anatomy and then I click OK. Then again click add and type the next subject English. Click OK. And similarly you add all the subjects. As you can see, I have put all the subject names, and now I will close this widget. Then we have another button, tags. This tags means that you have, for example, theory classes and practical classes. So first I will have to add theory. Suppose you have theory as well as practical classes, and then click add and practical. This timetable I will be making only for the theory classes, but just for your understanding I have put both of them here. Click OK. Now the next button is teachers. I will have to add the teacher names. As you can see here, I have these teachers, so I will have to put all these teacher names just like I put all the subject names. Just click teachers. Okay, click this add button. Write the first teacher name. It is Hussein, and then click add. So first teacher name is added. Then you have to type second teacher name, which is Turab, and then click add. Okay, click OK. Turab is added. Similarly you add all the teacher names. Okay, when you have added all the teacher names, then just close this widget. So you can see we have added all the names of the teachers. Click close. After this teachers tab, we have another button, the students. So we click on the students, and then we have three things: years, groups and subgroups. So I can show you that these are our years, semester 1 or first year, second year. So we have two things, 2 semester or 2 years, or you can call them 2 batches. So we click on students, years, and whatever you want to call them you can type. I will call them like semester 1 and semester 2, for example. Whether you want to add the number of students in your semester 1 or not, it is optional. So I click OK. So semester 1 is added. Now I will type semester 2 and then click add and OK and close. So I have added 2 semesters. You can call them 2 groups, group 1, group 2. You can call them batch 1, batch 2. You can call them first year, second year, third year, fourth year, as many as you want you can enter here. Then you close this widget. Again go to students, click on groups. So what are groups? Groups are here. You can call them disciplines, departments, groups. For example, in our Institute of Basic Medical Sciences, we have like anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, molecular biology, physiology, hematology, histopathology, pathology, dental, and so on. And same is the case with others, semesters or years. I will click on groups and click semester 1 and then click add. Okay, type the name BSN 1. Because this belongs to semester 1, that's why I will type 1 with BSN. And you can also type the number of students in BSN 1, but don't need, this is optional. Add. Okay, so this is added. In the same semester 1, we have nutrition 1. Number of students, if you want to put, you can, otherwise no need. And then okay. Then I have allied health sciences, and then I click add. And then we have DPT, add, okay, and then close. Now click on semester 2 and repeat the same process. And then click close. So you have these disciplines or groups in first semester, and same is the case with second semester. Now click close. If you see here, we have subgroups. You can even add subgroups in BSN 1. For example, you have 2 classes for BSN 1, A and B. You can add here A, B, C. Same you can do with nutrition 1, with allied 1, DPT 1, and then with semester 2 also, if you have arranged them in 2 or 3 different rooms. We don't need here in this timetable. Then we will go to activities. Okay, we will leave the space. Here space means that you have like buildings. For example, you take classes in 2 different buildings. So you will add here the buildings. You want to take classes in different rooms, but here we will not need rooms and buildings. If you want, you can add them. Then we have the activities. So click on activities. Here you add, click add button. Now you have all the teacher names, all the semesters and disciplines or departments, and all the subjects in this drop down menu. You can fill this activity table from this table. So you can see in BSN 1, anatomy is taught by Hussein. Per week there are 3 classes. So how you will fill, I am going to show you now. So first we have Hussein. So click on, double click here, Hussein appears here. Double click on theory, and then so what is the subject name? Anatomy. So select anatomy, and then it is BSN 1. So double click BSN 1. Look, BSN 1 and anatomy. Anatomy, BSN 1, both are selected. Now let's come to the credit hours, 3. So we have 3 credit hours per week. This split means into how many days you want to split this. These 3 credit hours. You want to take all the 3 credit hours in 1 day, or you can divide these 3 credit hours into 3 days. For example, you can say one class in 1 day and the second credit hour in the second day, and so on. For example, I want to distribute these into 3 days. So here 3 appears. In first day I have 1 class, in second day we have 1 class, in third day we have 1 class. Okay. What does this mean? Minimum days. Minimum days 1. It means that, for example, it put the first class on Monday, the second will be on Tuesday. The third will be on Thursday. This means minimum days gap between two consecutive classes. If you put here 2, this 2 will mean that if you take first class on Monday, the second class must be on Wednesday. There will be a 2 days gap. So it will be on the third day. This 2 means. If you put it 3, then it means you have first class on Monday, the second class will not be on Tuesday and will also not be on Wednesday. The second class will be on Thursday. So this means here. But now we will put it 1. Okay, so minimum it is 1. Leave this 95% weightage for now. So I click on OK. So one activity is added. Okay. Similarly, you will add all these constraints here in this activity box. Then we will go to this second one. Same Hussein teacher, 3 credit hours, but now it is BSN 2. So Hussein, theory, anatomy. Okay. It is not BSN 1, it is BSN 2. So I will click here BSN 2 and click on BSN 1, double click so that it is removed. Remember, it must be removed. When you add another discipline, you must remove the already existing department. Okay, now I selected this. We have 3 credit hours, okay, for this person, and here I want them to put into 2 days, for example. 3 credit hours in 2 days. So on first day I want to keep 1 credit hour, but on the second day I will keep 2 credit hours. So because these are 3 credit hours, so 2 credit hours on one day and 1 credit hours on the other day. So this will be like 3 credit hours, and then click add. Okay, this activity is also added. Again, Hussein, same teacher, do not need to change it, but the department will be changed. So it is nutrition 1. Okay, here you can see this is nutrition 1. Go here, click here, remove this. So this becomes nutrition 1. The subject is the same, anatomy. So here it is anatomy. And then how many credit hours? 2 credit hours. Do you want to put the 2 credit hours only on one day or distribute them into 2 days? Suppose we want to distribute them into 2 days. So on one day, 1 credit hour. On the second day, it is also 1 credit hour. Now click on add. So this activity is also added. Now we will go to the next one. This is Roshan, 2 credit hours with nutrition 2. We will need to change the teacher name. It will be Roshan, and now I delete the Hussein. It is theory class, and what is the subject name? It is anatomy, and what is the discipline name? It is nutrition 2. You can see. So I will change it to nutrition 2, and I will remove nutrition 1. And how many credit hours is this? It is 2 credit hours. You can see here 2 credit hours. Here, for example, I want them to be on the same day, one day. And on one day I have both the classes, so 2 classes. So I click add and OK. Similarly, fill all the data, all these things in this table. So now the anatomy subject is finished. We will come to the English subject, and it is taught by Turab. So now let's put data for Turab in the English subject. First we will select Turab from here. Turab, delete Roshan, select theory. Subject name is English. Okay, and first is BSN 1 and 2 credit hours. So BSN 1. BSN 1 is here. Delete this. And these are, we have here 2 credit hours, so we distribute them into 2 days. Okay, and each day we have 1 credit hour. I edit. Okay, same Turab is teaching to BSN 2, same 2 credit hours. I will delete this BSN 1, add BSN 2, same 2 credit hours, but here I want them to be on the same day. For example, 1 and 2 credit hours. So add. And okay. Similarly, put all the data for Turab in this activity widget. Now let's go to another subject, Islamiyat, which is taught by Hassanin. So now let's put data for Islamiyat and Hassanin teacher. So I have put all the data now, and now I will close this widget. So this activity table is now finished. Now I will just close this, and then after this activities I will go to the time. Okay, in time I will put the break times, and then I will click add. So let's see where are our breaks. Here you can see from 11 to 11:30, and also on these times on Friday. So from 11 to 11 here, this is our break. Just click here, so this will be crossed. And then on Friday we have off at this time as well as at this time. Just click them and then click add. So now your break constraint is added. Close this and close this widget. Then we will add the teacher constraints. As I showed you here that there are 4 teachers that have some constraints. First, let's add this Hosseins 3 days. So here in the time, then click teachers, a teacher. Okay, here maximum days per week for a teacher. Click here and then click add. So first is Hossein. So he will be available. Here it is Hossein. I have selected. He will be available only for 3 days. I clicked here 3 days and then add constraint. Click OK. Then for Mujahid, he will also be available only for 3 days. So click here and select Mujahid, and also he is available for 3 days. Add constraint. And then another one is Ibrahim. He is also available for 3 days only. So add constraint. And then Munir is available for 4 days. Here I select Munir and then I click here 4 and add constraint. Click OK. Close this and then close this. So we have no other constraints now. If you have other constraints, you can also add them here. Now we will go to this timetable section and we will click on this generate button. Our timetables will be generated in the output folder. We already specified here, select output directory here. Okay, so now we will click on generate and then we will click on start. Generation successful. So our timetable is successfully constructed, and number of broken soft constraints 0, weighted soft constraint 0. So no constraint is broken. Click OK and then click this one close. Now let's go to our folder. So our folder is here, timetable. This is our output folder. I double click here, then click timetable, this one. So all these are the timetables. It has created several timetables. The most important of them is the groups days vertical. Double click this and you will find your timetables. So here are your timetables. This timetable is for BSN 1. Here are the days. These are the times. You can see here is the break time from 11 to 11:30, and Friday is off at these 2 times. This timetable is for BSN 1. This is for Nutrition 1. This is for Allied Health Sciences 1. And these are the subject names like Physiology Theory, and it is taught by Mujahid at from 10 to 11. These are 2 credit 2 hours class, Islamiyat Theory, Hassanin. Okay, then we have DPT 1, and then we have BSN 2 timetable, Nutrition 2 timetable, and Allied 2, DPT 2, etc. So these are all these main timetables for students. Now let's come for the teachers timetable. Here we have schedule for each of the teacher. So these are subject teachers. So this is teachers days, teacher days vertical. Click this. You will see for each teacher this timetable is for Hossein. So Hossein has classes on these days and times. Then we have another teacher, Turab. Turab has his classes on these days and times. This is for Hassanin. This timetable is for Musawir, and then Shafat and Roshan and other teachers. Okay, you have like so many things here available. You can also see your timetable in horizontal. This is, for example, let me show you groups. Yes, this groups vertical and this groups days horizontal. This is horizontal. Here your days are in horizontal way. Okay, now let's come back to this software and let me show you the statistics. Click on statistic, teacher statistics. You can see these are the teacher statistics. Number of activities 7, duration 8, and there are other statistics also. Then in statistics we have subject statistics, student statistics, activity statistics, teacher subject qualification, etc. There is another thing here in this folder which is by the name of teachers statistics. Here, this one, click this one. This is detailed information of each of the teacher. For example, Hussein has 8 hours per week. He has 2 days free and 2 gaps. Minimum gaps per day 0, maximum gaps per day 1, etc. Turab has total of 14 classes per week. Hasnain has 10 hours per week, 10 classes per week, and so on. Thank you for watching this tutorial on FET software for generating a timetable for your institute. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Also, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't forget to share, like and comment on my video. Thanks and bye.